Yo, let me know when you're ready to start, man. Let's go.
Oh, gotta get that out. Oh, Jesus.
Yo.
Yeah.
It's the Checkerz podcast, all about the fight game. With Mr. Get That Work and Hawk Von Dame. Grab your device of choice and tune in. You'll never know what topics gonna get it on the chin. Boxing, MMA, UFC as well. They discuss who got the win, who took the L, who won the belt, who pound for pound, who fell, who ready for war, who got next. Ring the bell.
I should have refilled my cup before we even start.
Nah, you straight, man. All right, so let's get into it, yo. You know what it is, Checkerz podcast. You're here with work. Get that work, but I like to say work, so I think it sounds better. And Hawk Van Dang. What's up, my brother?
What's good, man? Yo, you never shout out your Twitch, man. You gotta shout out your Twitch. You gotta shout out your Twitch.
I want to tell you why I don't shout out my Twitch, because I know I haven't done anything yet. You know, I want to talk about that real quick. I'm not scared. Okay. I'm nice in Call of Duty, but I don't think I could do Call of Duty on Twitch for a couple of reasons. One, I'm trying not to curse. If I curse on there, you know, that's automatic because I'm playing Call of Duty.
Yeah. The kids and everything like that.
Yeah. But I got plenty of games that I definitely got to go through and put it up there. I just got to stop being lazy. You know, it ain't nothing like Call of Duty. I feel like it's too simple. I feel like it's easy. When I play Call of Duty, I see a lot of people. Man. Yeah, I see a lot of people on Twitch on Call of Duty.
I don't know, man. My son just heard you and peeked his head out the room. So I think I got something to say about that, man. So we're going to have to get a little battle.
Yeah.
Versus Hawk Jr.
All right.
Matter of fact, let's go.
With that. But speaking about games real quick, have you heard of that ESBC boxing game?
No, you was telling me about the update. I missed it.
Well, no, I think it has about 100 licensed fighters so far, probably maybe more than that. Roy Jones is in it. It's a lot of guys in it. A lot of guys that's in it. Chris Cyborg is in it. I was surprised to see that. It kind of threw me off. But there's a lot of people in this game. Even the Mountain from Game of Thrones, because he became a professional boxer. He's in the game.
That's insane. Yo, it's funny that you bring it up. I was watching Game of Thrones yesterday.
Yeah.
This shit has nothing to do with boxing, but yo, whenever you saw him in Game of Thrones, his fighting scenes, just smash people's heads. It was like combat, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Mortal Kombat came out too.
Oh yeah, what'd you think about that?
Yeah, we all over the place. We'll get the Mortal Kombat at the end, man. We had Andy Ruiz.
Okay.
Chris Arreola. Then on across the water we had what the fuck is his name?
Sure.
Yeah.
And Parker.
Yeah. Oh man, I love our fans because we actually, I don't even want to call them fans. I love our followers. We got followers from across the water, hardcore fans.
Nice.
But they're a little delusional. They're a little delusional in this guy, Chisora.
Mm.
He was good a couple years ago. I feel like that ship is sailed. He's no longer a valid fighter. He's a B fighter at best, a journeyman.
Well, I think they feel the way they do because he's a strong guy. One of the last things that leave you is your power. So he's always dangerous. He's always going to be a dangerous fighter to go against. No matter who he gets in there with, they have to, he may not have the stamina, but they have to worry about his power.
So I don't want to cut you off. Do you think he has great power or does he have heavyweight power? The average heavyweight that's over 200 pounds has power. He can knock you out if he catches you with the right shot.
Right.
Does he have heavyweight power, or does he have that generational make you do a zombie in the ring power?
I think it's in between both. The reason why I say that is because he throws with all his weight behind him. He throws haymakers. So because of that, and he's a big guy too. Short, kind of short for like some of the heavyweights. So he's short and stocky, and he throws
6'2",
yeah, he throws hard. So with that being said, it's kind of you still got to be careful. He's dangerous. He's a dangerous fighter. I think he always will be a dangerous fighter. He didn't, he don't got the stamina. You saw what happened with Parker. Parker couldn't put him down. Parker couldn't put him down. He probably could have buzzed him, but he didn't drop him. So he's a tough guy.
I totally disagree.
Okay.
I offend everyone today. I'm gonna offend everyone, and it's okay. And when I say this, I mean it with the utmost respect. I don't want him to see it and think I'm playing. He sucks at this point.
Really?
He sucks.
Oh man.
Good question.
Oh,
and this is gonna show you how he sucks. I watched the fight, and I overrated Parker's boxing ability. So shame on me. I picked him to win by knockout. He didn't do it. He outboxed him very boringly. So both of them sucked. But let me ask you this. How many different right hands did he throw in that fight? Other than that looping, windy haymaker right hand, did he throw?
Not many.
If he threw less than 10 straight right hands, I almost seen no uppercuts. It's like a pitcher. I don't care if you throw 100 miles per hour. If you're throwing in the same spot, same location, same speed, I'm going to time that shit and take it out the park. Not only that, if you get off on him, hit and keep it moving, he's useless. Completely useless. He reminds me of Arreola, and that was actually my next question to you. Is there any difference between him and Arreola?
Absolutely.
Oh, man, now I got to hear this.
Absolutely.
I feel like the whole weekend was fucking wasted on these guys, but let me hear it.
Absolutely. Like I said, for me, when I look at Chisora, I feel like no matter who he gets in there with, he's going to be a threat because of the power. He doesn't have stamina. You've seen after like the third round, he's breathing heavy, but he reminds me of an old school fighter because he's just tough. He's a tough guy. He's up there in age. He's still fighting. So is Arreola. I just think that if Arreola gets in there with Chisora, and I think that should be the next fight. I think that would be a great fight. If that was to happen, I might edge it out for Chisora. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I just think he's a tough guy, and I might edge it out for him.
For me, he provides a lot of pressure, which is fun.
And he had great body work.
He did.
From 1 to 12, great body work. I was surprised Parker.
But I'm gonna say,
go down again.
Did he have great body work, or did Parker make the fight much tougher on himself than he needed to?
Both. I don't think he meant to make it harder for himself. I just don't think Parker had a good plan B. I think he was just trying to watch out from the right hand, even though he got hit with it enough times. He didn't seem to worry about the body punching at all. He didn't really defend against it. I think what Parker needed to do in that fight was, one, I'm not really a fan of his accuracy. I think his accuracy needs to be a little better when he throws his combinations. But besides that, he needed to be dirty a little more, a little earlier. Because when he seen that he was getting hit in the back of the head a couple of times, it took him about 3 rounds to throw one back of the head shot back to him. I would have did that. As soon as he would have did it, I would have did it back to him. I would have fought him dirty.
So for me, I feel like when most people, there's a difference between talent and skill. And I feel like he's as talented as he can be as a puncher. He has almost no skill. No skill. So if you can get past his talent, it's a very easy fight. I made the metaphor earlier about a pitcher throwing fast. If you could catch up to the fastball, you could knock him out. He's very simple, and I had to go back and watch this morning. If you get off first on him.
On who? Parker?
No, on Chisora.
Chisora, okay.
If you get off first on him, almost like Arreola, they sit there and try to catch your punch and do a counter.
Okay.
They almost have no other weapon other than that. He has like this clubbing right hand that Chris Arreola doesn't have. But my thing is this: if you hit him, you know what's coming. It's the looping right hand. It's simple. You sit there, you get off first, you move out the way. Or you could even set traps for him where you hit him and you wait for that punch to come and counter him. David Hay did it, knocked him out.
Right.
David Hay is a small, even though David Hay's way more explosive than Parker, way more. I'm not really comparing them, but even a guy like Tyson Fury, who wasn't known for really knockout power or punches before he started cheating with his gloves, we don't, throw that
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. But what I'm saying is, hit him and move out the way. He made the fight mad tough on himself. He made the fight way tougher on himself. And then this old guy was just throwing the same punch every night. Hey, yo, move your head. Move your head. You know what's crazy? I guess it's just myself. I love the golden age of boxing. I'm a historian. So when I see boxes, I think of the older heavyweights.
Right.
And even the modern heavyweight that wasn't, 6'12", the smaller guys, the Holyfields. Holyfield had great head movement, great boxing skills, great technical skills. You can learn that over time.
Well, yeah, that would make sense for Holyfield because he started in middleweight.
Yeah.
More elusive. So that makes sense. I see your point. But, for some of these older guys, who moved up in weight, I would expect them to be more elusive. They that's something that they should have learned. With guys who just come into heavyweight, maybe they don't really have that. They just don't have that.
Yeah.
The majority of them, not all of them, just the majority of them. So
our fans, again, followers from over the water, they're very biased. He sucks. It's over.
They gotta root for their guy, man, and I appreciate.
I appreciate
that, man.
It's over.
That's their man. It don't matter that he had back in the day he did some weird stuff like he kissed another dude. They don't care about none of that.
What?
Doing a face off. Yeah, they don't care about none of that.
They don't know about none of that.
Yeah, that's their man. That's their guy. But he is a warrior. That's why, he, like I say, for me, he kind of reminds me of some of the old school guys. He's a warrior. He doesn't have that much skill, like you said, but he's a warrior. So at least when you watch him fight, it's going to be a show, and who knows what could happen because he still has the power. He didn't get Parker out of there, but maybe he could have. He was trying. He was putting a lot of money in the bank with the body work, but Parker, took them well. He took them very well. So
yeah, I thought within the first couple of seconds of the fight, I thought he shit the bed. He got caught with the right hand, went down instantly.
No, he got up pretty good. He looked good. He
did. It was a flash knockdown, but
yeah,
it's crazy how we saw that right hand coming from. I saw it from sitting down on the couch. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I had a memo in my phone about 2 or 3 days ago, and I guess maybe he didn't get it, and he still got caught. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Seconds in. I mean, all right, man. What did you think about the Andy Ruiz fight and Chris Arreola?
I definitely agree with Arreola. They disrespected him with that scorecard.
Scorecard, yeah. But what about the judgment?
I thought it was a good fight. I thought Ruiz still pulled it off.
Yeah, I did.
I definitely thought he did.
First half of the fight was entertaining, man.
Absolutely, yeah. But they definitely disrespected Arreola with that. That was rough. You know, like something like that happens to a boxer. You know, I could see him want to retire, having a lot of disdain for the sport. You know, when you're a battle-tested, you know, guy, you could never get that victory that you need. You always just somehow come up short. I could see how he could have a lot of disdain for the sport. And like with a score like that, it's a little wild. It's wild.
I would agree, like especially at this point in his career, though, it's, you know, a little more respect. But I felt he still lost, but I was surprised on how well he was doing earlier. I just wish he would have had a little more dog in him. I wish he would have went for the kill. He hurt him a couple times, and it looked like he had the right game plan.
I don't think, you know, with him, I don't think it was a problem with not having a dog in him. When I watched it, I just feel like he wanted to be careful, wanted to be cautious. And he has hands. And he's a skillful fighter. He has hands. So you got to be wary of that. You know, and he has, you know, decent power too. So I think that's one of the reasons why maybe some guys don't jump the gun to go finish somebody off unless they feel like they really, really got it. Because, you know, you could be fighting somebody, you know, a wounded animal is a dangerous animal. So I think with that, he kind of let off the gas a little bit, like you said, but he's worried about the, you know, I guess the get back, you know.
Well, I'm going to totally disagree with you.
Okay.
I respect your opinion, Work. I respect.
Okay.
I felt the old guy isn't going to get the decision. He's not going to get the decision. We know how boxing works. You got to go out there and get that kill. You got to get the W, man. You can't leave it up to the judges. You heard him several times early. It wasn't just one time. He dropped him with the, I believe it was an overhand right or something like that.
Right.
Then a little while later, he ended up catching him again. It might have been the very next round. He caught him again and gave him, he wobbled him.
Right.
You got to go after that, man. You got to go for the W. You can't be conservative and be upset at the end of the fight that the judges ain't give it to you. You're older. Your time has passed. You know what I mean? One thing I would say is he came in great shape, man.
He looked good.
Yeah, he looked good, and I'm a little disappointed Andy didn't do that for the follow-up against Anthony Joshua. He should have came in that type of shape.
Right.
As AJ. But now, how do you look at AJ being that Chris Arreola made Andy look this bad?
Oh, I still look at AJ like he's good, man. He you know, styles make fights. You know, that trumps everything. Styles make fights. So with that being said, I still look at AJ like he's, you know, he's definitely a skillful fighter. Got it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And it's funny that you bring that up because I'm not sure if AJ and Fury are going to fight. And it's not looking like it's going to happen. It's not looking like that, my man. And I want to know, how do you feel about that? If this fight doesn't happen and the Deontay Wilder fight, the third fight, comes instead.
This is why I drink so much. This is why I drink so much. What the fuck, man? It's way too much money to be made, man. Way too much money. Both of these guys got to get their shit together and get in the ring. This is what I mean where boxing never delivers, man.
Well, let me tell you this. Before you get into that, I know you want to go off on your rant, but let me tell you this.
All right.
I'm not sure if it was Chisora or Dillian White, but one of these guys kind of seemed like they had a little inside information, and they had said that in order for this fight to happen, Fury's going to have to pay Wilder step-aside money. And apparently, the step-aside money is around $80 million. Because in their contract, there was a rematch clause. So if you're not going to honor that, then you have to pay step-aside money. And again, about $80 million he would have to pay Wilder. I'm not paying nobody. Yo, I would feel sick if I have to. I'm fight him. You might as well fight him again.
There's no way it's $80 million. It's got to be like $1 million or $2 million. There's no way it's $80 million. There's no way. I don't know what's going on with them guys, but to me, this is the part that I hate about boxing. This is the whole business part. I wish we could have, Lou DiBella or Bob Arum or someone to explain all the bullshit that goes behind the back scenes, because it always seems like there's this type of problem. Always. Throughout my lifetime, where we're supposed to have the super fights, they never happen. Or they happen way too late. No one wants to see these old guys at that point. The fuck? Get in there when y'all both fresh and go at it. Do you remember the fight with De La Hoya and Sugar Shane? High speed chess, baby. They both were at the primes going at it, man. That was a beautiful fight.
It was.
Oh, man, I'm just hoping that these guys get their shit together and get in the ring, man.
Okay, so with that being said, it seems safe to say that you would rather see Fury and Joshua.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so in that case, who would you want to see Wilder fight?
So one of our followers said Chisora would take him out.
Would take out who?
The most ridiculous shit I've ever heard.
Wilder?
Yes. Yo,
man, stop.
This is what I'm talking about.
Stop.
The guys, yeah.
Stop.
I don't know what they watching over the water, but while Wilder is not the most skillful fighter, he's got that generational power. He hits you and you turn into a different person.
Right.
I see him knocking Chisora out in 3 rounds, if that. If he doesn't get him out of there the first round.
I think it might be 5.
He's just right there.
It might be 5. And like you said, when it comes to Wilder, he's not exactly skillful. He does have skills, but you wouldn't call him a skillful boxer. So with that being said, if he was to get clipped with that overhand right that Chisora would throw, I would not be surprised by that. And I'm pretty sure Chisora would throw that punch because he's much shorter than him. That would be a punch that he would have to throw.
Well, then think about a good comp. Luis Ortiz, King Kong.
Against
Wilder. Very similar heights. Ortiz is 100 times of a more skillful fighter than Chisora.
Right.
And both times was winning the fight and got knocked out.
Yeah.
Not clipped. He got knocked out. Out.
Yeah, he was on the floor
He
looking
came
like
mean after the fight.
Where's my remote? Like he had the look on his face in the second fight. I'm not sure you remember that look he had.
I remember, yeah.
It looked crazy. Like he looked confused. Like
yeah,
it was rough.
Yeah. Nah, it's not happening. So I don't want to see him in there with Chisora.
Who would you want to see him there? Who do you think is worth? Don't say Andy.
We had the Mexican weekend. We had 2 Mexican warriors go at it.
You're not gonna say Andy.
See him in there with Andy Ruiz.
I can't believe you just said Andy. Why?
I think Andy's got more skill than Chisora. I think Andy's got a big punch. I do think that Andy's a sitting duck, but he's a live dog. I do think he's got.
I think it's going to be the same exact result that you just said for Chisora.
Andy's a better fighter than Chisora.
Yeah,
a much better fighter.
and Wilder's going to do
trouble with
is going to keep his distance and 1-2 him all night. I just don't see it. I don't think Andy has the size, the height to do it.
Well, him and Chisora are about the same. I think they're both 6'2", so it's not many skillful heavyweights out there, man. The heavyweight division sucks. This whole weekend sucked. It made it extra whack. Like I said, I'm offending everyone today.
Yo,
UFC, you are whack. You are dumb whack. I'm not talking about the the event was dope. The event was dope. Dumb whack. How did you delete our last episode? I know fans are bugging. Like,
oh yeah, we didn't address that. We should
they
address
took us
that
down.
Yeah.
We mad small. We just starting off, though we're building and growing pretty fast, which is cool. We got a lot of interactors. This isn't no bots, following us, but yo, they took us down.
Took us down early.
We weren't even up a day.
A little surprising.
Yeah, UFC, you whack, man.
Anything else you want to talk about with boxing or MMA?
What do we got coming up next weekend?
Yeah, the 8th. Canelo. Wow. Yeah. Canelo and Saunders May 8th. Okay.
Which way are you going with this one?
That I feel like that's a clear choice. I'm definitely gonna go with Canelo.
Wow. Clear choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to lean. The first couple of rounds are going to say a lot. If Saunders can handle his power, I think this is a long night. But then again, Saunders got to box his ears off.
Right.
Which is going to be hard. I give him the slight edge boxing-wise. Slight, very slight. All-around fighter, I don't think it's close. I got to go Canelo. But I do think it's going to be difficult. I do think it's going to be a little more tougher than we anticipate, man.
Right. I think it's going to be a good matchup. I still give it to Canelo because, again, I feel like Canelo's mindset is he feels that he can unify in this division. I think he sees something in Saunders. So with that being said, and I think the fight before that Saunders had, or the last one, I can't remember which one, but he didn't really look that great. He didn't look too great. He won, but he didn't really look great. And I think Canelo's looking at that and he sees holes that he can, basically capitalize in. So
are you thinking knockout?
Yeah, I could see knockout in the later rounds.
Woo!
I could see it in the later rounds. Now, I'm gonna say this. I don't know how good Sanders' stamina is. But if Canelo chooses to be the hunter, I'm not sure if Sanders can be on his bicycle all 12 rounds. I don't know.
That I think is going to be telling the whole point of the whole fight.
And this is a really big test for Canelo. Reason why I say that, because whenever he gets in there with somebody who is, to me, who's a boxer, he doesn't look particularly great. One was Floyd. We know what happened there. He didn't win. He lost. The other being Laura. Now, I thought he beat Laura, but there's a lot of people who feel that it could have went the other way. But he didn't look dominating. He didn't look like he dominated Laura. He looked like he won, to me.
Not to cut you off, there's also another guy.
Who's that?
Austin Trout.
Right.
Right. He didn't look great against Austin. I mean, he hurt Austin a lot of the times when he hit him, but you're talking so far few between throughout that fight where you almost question his stamina because it was so sporadic. The majority of the fight, I felt like Trout carried and was winning, but every time he got touched, he got hurt. So that was another fight where, like you said, he has problems dealing with other boxers, and Saunders is kind of that level, difficult, moves around, So that's why I'm saying the first couple rounds are going to dictate that fight.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I'm definitely going to watch that. Believe that is on the zone, so that should be an interesting watch. Anything else before we get out of here?
Now, I just want to give a shout out to Angel Marie for the hat, man. Thank you for the snapback. If you need to pick something up, you like the hat, check it out. It's going to be in the bio.
Nice.
That's it, man.
All right, my brother. We're going to get out of here. Everybody else, we'll be back next week with another video. Hopefully this one doesn't get taken down.
Yeah, hopefully. We didn't discuss UFC for a reason. So
maybe next week. Maybe. We'll see. All right. Peace.
Later, man.